Comment question of the video: what is your favorite drift car in GTA Online right now? What is going on, Herd? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning into the video. Today we got the Vulcan Warrener HKR 2600 LX. They're getting creative with these names. This one's been kind of popping up on my feed in YouTube, like recommended for you, and there's people drifting around this vehicle. Being one of the most affordable, is it the most affordable? Hard to say. Oh, we got a sale on this one. Gonna have... I had already purchased this vehicle though, because as I said, it is the cheapest one on the block. So in the last video, we built and tested the RT3000. I believe that's what it is, the Honda S2000, needless to say. And that was a great drift vehicle. Now, I had already gotten insight on that. I had already gotten to test that vehicle out prior, and yeah, it's a good vehicle. Definitely up for debate of being the best drift car in the game. Now, of course, everyone has their different style. Everyone's going to have their different preferences. It is just an opinion there, but again, up for debate for the best drift car. We're increasing in the reputation. Level 9. Now, in that last video with the RT3000, we did learn some things, and it's going to kind of save us a lot of time in this video and the future videos where we're doing that are similar. We're going to hop right in. We are going to, I'm going to throw the low grip tires on there. We'll mess around on the street. I'll somewhat be able to tell what a vehicle is going to handle like on the track without actually bringing it to the track. So we should be able to get one of the best drift builds possible for the track before we actually get there. That'll save in a lot of loading time and reloading. And we're not going to waste any more time with blabbing. Let's get right into the customizations. Armored, not going to do it. Brakes, not going to do it. What do we got for bumpers? I will admit right away before we get into this, not my style of drift car. Of course, at this point in time, we do know that it's not about what a vehicle looks like. It's about how it drifts, and that is exactly what we're going to find out here. Engine tunes, we got to put it on. Transmission, going to put it on right out of the way. Turbo, let's get that on there. Transmission, let's get that on there. Suspension, let's just go right as the middle. Right in the middle. Let's do street suspension. I'm going to stay away from a spoiler until we kind of see how it handles. Tires, low grip tires. Now I'll just bring this straight out on the street and see how it performs, kind of get a feel for it. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what we got here. That was all first gear. So it's really slow, it's really slippery, but it's very responsive on the steering, and that's something that I was kind of lacking on with the other vehicles. It feels like this one has the most steering angle of the bunch so far. Steering angle is good. I definitely like the steering angle, but it's just too slippery. With those low grip tires, I'm going to throw a spoiler on there and see if that helps me at all. It would have to be a pretty drastic change for it to really be good. Now, the main thing is it still engages the speed boost just fine with the low grip tires. It's keeping some pretty decent speed if you can hold that second gear speed boost, but still, I mean, you can tell just by looking at it, we're hardly moving. Let's go unstanced here without the spoiler. Let's do a no stance. See how that affects us. So I did say the last episode would probably save us some time. I don't know. I might have to take this thing to the track with a couple different builds, honestly. I would definitely be taking it to the track without a stance if it was going to be with these low grip tires, but I think I'm also going to throw a spoiler on there. Yeah, we will do two different builds. One will be with the low grips and one will be without the low grips. So it's definitely slippery, it's definitely slidey, it's definitely a good drift vehicle. It's just a little bit slow. Do one of them. Huge, ridiculous drag spoiler. Everything else should be good. I'm not going to go with the crazy customizations right now. Throw a little tint. There's the customization. No need for it. Alright, so we are here with the low tire, how do you even say this, the high grip, low grip setup. So we got the low grip tires and then we have the higher grip accessories. What I'm doing here is trying to find the best drift build for the upside down stunt track. Now, we did learn in the last video, again, I'm referring a lot about this last video, so if you didn't see it, I think go check it out, why don't you? I guess, man, the body roll is very, very noticeable. I didn't feel like it was that much without the spoiler, but I guess we just ignore it.
Perfect.
It is a little bit slow, so it's hard to link some of these longer transitions. You gotta really be on it and point it just right. Finally got around that dang corner. All right, let's hit up the next track over here. It actually feels pretty good, I will say that. It feels pretty good. No stance, low grip tires, but we have the spoiler as well. Street suspension, if I remember correctly. You're not really able to get enough traction to get into second gear. Well, I guess, I mean, you can go down the straightaway and speed boost it through. I will say one thing, the people that were relying on like inertia drifting back in, oh boy, back in the day, and then also handbrake sliding and stuff, these low grip tires must just be a godsend to those individuals, because this really, I mean, speed boost is still always going to be the way I drift in the game, but you really don't even need to do that sometimes. I think it's still by far the most efficient way of drifting in the game, but I don't know, it doesn't even feel like you really even need to be able to speed boost anymore. At least outside of a competitive atmosphere. If you're going to be competitive, you kind of all have to be doing the same style or it gets to be a mess. I mean, I'm just holding down the trigger right now because we're going uphill, so I don't even know if we're going to make it up this hill. Oh yeah, we are. Hardly. The wrong way sign will go away, but I didn't deliver any of the checkpoints at the first track. Each track has checkpoints, so it kind of negates that wrong way thing, but I learned that even if you deliver them all, there's places on each track that are still going to give you the wrong way, so it's not even really that big of a deal. So this track, again, it's going to be a little too tight for me to get into that second gear, except for just a couple spots, like right in here, I'd probably be able to speed up. Nah, it's still a little too short, I think. Yeah, these are the spots where this is where the low grip kind of gets me. You're just not going fast enough. It's just a big burnout. That's really all it kind of feels like. It's just a big burnout. Alright, so for this build, we're going to take the spoiler off. We're going to keep the same suspension setting, same performance settings, basically. Just removing the spoiler. $6,000 to remove the spoiler. What a ripoff. Also, the big thing, removing those low grip tires here. A couple people in the comment section have said that if you park the vehicle in the same garage that that it's supposed to be stored at, basically, and it has the low grip tires on there, then when you go back, it should save those low grip tires. But you have to physically go park that vehicle in the garage. Whether that's the truth, whether that works, I don't know for sure, but that is something to test out if you are getting sick of completely. But I think it'd be just as sickening to go park your car in the garage. I'd have a tough time finding out which garage some of these vehicles are parked at. But anyways, I wanted to kind of add that in. That is going to solve it for that. Now, I will put a little bit of some customizations in this just to make it no bumpers, nothing like that. But let's look at the liveries. I'll repaint it at least. Just something for maybe a little thumbnail action. I was going to do this one, 157. That was by far the only one that I really like. Who cares about it? Let's go drifting. Because this should be far too much grip now. And it definitely is. Let's put that stance on there. Let's see how the stance goes. Okay, so for street drifting, I'm going to prefer the last build, the one that we just reversed. I'm thinking for the upside down stunt track though, this one is probably going to be the better bet. Alright, we got that stance on there. The upside down stunt track is going to be considerably more slippery than what the street is, so I think this might really give us a, weapons enabled. We don't even need those anymore for these. Oh, right into a tree. She's grippy. This one might be a little bit too grippy, honestly. Speed boost. I take that back. It's not too grippy. It's just going to be about the style that you want. This is, as you can tell in the video, it's much speedier. But as you can also tell, it's you got to really time your speed boost differently. You're going to miss your speed boost more often than you're definitely going to want to. Now, can you get good at it? Can you manipulate it? Yeah, it's definitely a drift vehicle. It's a little grippy. Now, I like how much more speed you get at the low end. Like around these corners where we come to a short stop like that, it picks right up and goes, or accelerates right off. Let's go down to that Gymkhana section. I think it'll really show a lot more down there. Oh. It's still a little slow when you get at the very bottom end, like around those tires there, but it just has a lot more speed. Again, it's going to go right back to the same thing. It's just going to be a stylistic thing. I don't know which one I really prefer, honestly. I think I did prefer the lower grip setup. I might possibly mess with my suspension settings a little bit more on that build, and that might be what I stick with. The low grip tires without the stance. Oh man, but that body roll when you don't have the stance is just so noticeable. It's really annoying. I always got thrown off by that body roll stuff. A lot of the muscle cars have it. Yeah, that's pretty much the moral of the story of what I have on this thing. I don't really prefer this higher grip build on this one. There's nothing I can do to slightly reduce the grip from the current setup, and that's what you need, just a little less grip. Anyways, guys, we're going to be testing out most of these new vehicles. All in all, I get a lot of support out of there, guys. I'm very humbled for that. Every once in a while you come across that negative person. Them negative Nancy's might try to bring you down at some points in time, but guess what? You just pluck them. Of course, guys, as always, I hope you all stay happy out there. Please stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.